Alright, hey guys, so if you're watching this video, you're here because you need to do Module 2, Task 2 for PLP in 2019. Hopefully you've just done Task 1. If you haven't, please go back to the other video and make sure you've done Task 1. Alright, let's get into it. So what's Task 2 about? Some of you might have thought that you're going on work experience. If you're watching this video, that's no longer an option for you. You're going to be doing a career investigation, which we can see here. Before you do your career investigation, which is step 2, we need to go through step 1, and it says must complete, so let's go through this. The first thing we need to do is go over your lifestyle goals. The step 1 lifestyle goals that you may need help to identify and are going to help you with your future pathway. I've got Vinny here, and I've also got Erica, who are going to talk to you about that.
Hello, I'm Erica. And I'm just going to be talking about step 1, which is your lifestyle goals. This step requires you to identify some of your lifestyle goals when you're going to be working. So some of the things you need to think about are things like whether you want to work shifts or whether you would prefer to work a 9 to 5 type job. Think about how far you'd like to travel to work, and are you willing to work interstate, or do you want to stay where you are at now? Are you interested in public transport, or are you going to be someone that's going to drive to work? That kind of thing. And think about whether you want to do a job that you really love. Is that more important to you, or are you more focused on earning money? These are some things. So look at your lifestyle goals when it comes to brainstorming your career. And we're going to talk to Vinny now, who is going to brainstorm for us some of his career goals.
Yeah, so my lifestyle goal is I wanted to be able to travel around different states in Australia, and I wanted, I guess, pretty regular work, 9 to 5. So a career that really matched for me was a teacher. You're going to have a go at putting in your lifestyle goals now.
Well done, guys. So hopefully you've brainstormed a couple of goals for your lifestyle with respect to the type of work that you want to do. Next up, you're going to pick one of the careers that's listed on your My Career Match results. If you've not done that yet, the link is here. It's unisa.edu.au/mycareermatch, and it will take you to a site that looks like this. We then click on visit this link, and up pops a little box that asks you to place in a token. The token or code is UniSA 2302, and then you'll put in the college of open access, and then go through and fill out the rest of this, and it will progress on to a survey. Alright, and this survey is the career survey. Once you've done your career match, you should get something that looks a bit like this. It will pop up here, and I'm going to get Vinny to talk about one of his students with an example, and we can walk through it. So let's take a look at what we could write in. We're going to look at one of Vincent's students, or actually I think it's yours, but we just got the names confused. Andrew James. So the first thing that you'll see in your career match when it's sent back to you is the personality profile. Now this is different to a lifestyle goal, although definitely a personality profile or personality type that you have is going to influence potentially the type of lifestyle goal or where you want to work. So for example, UniSA has summarized 4 different personality traits or personality styles, and that's to do with the way that you learn, the way that you socialize, all different types, and we generally get matched with one particular style. We can say that this one here is a driver, and drivers and adventurers are strong-willed, so just reading from here. The other type is a promoter, alright, socializer, they're outgoing, like to have fun, good communicators. The other type is a supporter, so someone who's into supporting, caring, kind, dependable, and then analyzer. So you can see that there, everyone's going to get a bit of a match, and they'll rank that as a primary and then a backup style that you've got. So a bit more detail. And the cool thing is it tells you what your strengths are based on the answers you've put in to the UniSA career match, and also the qualities that you might bring to a potential job or career that you're investigating. So when you go off to do your career investigation, guys, really important that you're paying attention to what's in your career match survey, the results there. Because if you like to be challenged, you like to get results, we'll actually see, and Vincent's going to walk us through some of the jobs that, based on the answers that he's put in there, that he's also matched with. The choices, Vinny, what do we got?
Well, you'll see that we've scrolled right down to the bottom of our PDF document there, and we've got some choices here. Building and construction, business, marketing, law, communications and media, engineering, mathematics, science, environments, aviation and safety management. Well, gee whiz, Henry, maybe I need to change career.
I reckon you could be flying planes, doing the mail run somewhere, you know, who knows?
And so we'd look in here and we'd look at these dot points.
What if we don't want to go to uni? There's not considering uni as well. There's some other choices that you could do.
And they all relate to your personality type and some of the answers that you put in. So
should we explore one?
We should explore one.
All right. Well, let's explore one if we're not considering uni. And then I'm going to give you the choice to pick one from up here. So you tell us one that you want to suss out.
I'll take financial planner.
Financial planner. All right, let's click on that, guys. And up pops some information about the course. All right. Now, so we got 3 years. It's at City West at UniSA. Part online, offline. Okay, cool. Fair enough. There's a bit more information about this. But what we're interested in, Vincent, is this first bullet point. So help out the guys at home who are doing task 2. They've just done their UniSA match, and the question is, what aspects of this job appeals, does not appeal to you? Give reasons for your answer. So Vinny, where would I go to find some information about financial planning and, you know, does this appeal to you? I suppose we better have a read about what financial planners do. Degree overview, career outcomes. So what would Vinny do? If he were to quit teaching, go off and do financial planning, your career. Financial services, one of the leading sectors in Australian economy. There's a bit of growth, careers to consider. Bond trader, right. Okay, business advisor, working with new or established businesses. Investment banker, stockbroker. All right, sounds like you're going to be working in an office maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Another place that you could go, guys, to actually find out a bit more information is Outlook Careers. All right, and you can actually just search the name of the career up here. So this is what I've got people in my class to do. So if we write financial planner, hopefully they've got something up there. Note.
We could go for accountant maybe.
Accountant, that's very similar. All right, there's an accountant. All right, so accountants provide services relating to financial reporting, taxation, auditing, insolvency. All right, so does it sound appealing? Work environment, that might tell us a bit. Demands, so you have to be very, very accurate. You have to be good on the phone. Electronic email, indoors, repeating the same tasks. All right, so you can find some information about any occupation, guys, and click on the work environment, which potentially is going to give you some information about your lifestyle goals and where you're going to be working. All right, so guys, pick a career, scroll through, do a bit of research, and type in, tell us, does this job appeal to you? Does it maybe not appeal to you? Give some reasons. So guys, we've got Vinny here. He's done his UniSA career match, and one of the careers he was interested in learning a bit more about was financial planner or accountant. So we're on Job Outlook, which is where you can also go, joboutlook.gov.au, and then search for the occupation. The question in your task 2 asks you employment prospects. So I think it's wise to probably have a look at our prospects, and that's to do with, is there going to be a job when Vinny's done his 3-year degree, and then probably another 2 years to do some further study onwards. So what's going to happen in the next 5 years, Vinny? Talk us through this here, some stats. Does it look like you're going to have a job?
Well, it looks like from what I can see over the past 5 years, it's grown and it's expected to grow even more. So it looks pretty good for me.
Table.
There's a good visual representation there, looks pretty good. And by the time I'm finishing 2023 maybe, looks like a good number of workers.
So yeah, it does look like there's a bit of growth there. That's cool. So guys, check out the table there that shows you the number of workers. So about 207,000 people in 2023 are going to be employed there. That's their predictions. Weekly earnings, ka-ching, ka-ching. All right.
Absolutely.
That's what we're looking for. Cool. Main industries that you might be working in. Now, there's something here. This is your important thing. I know that you're from Victoria versus SA, where we are. Where would you likely probably end up? Or if you're looking for a job, finish uni, you want to go straight for it, where would you recommend going? I reckon they can see that pretty clearly.
Well, you might think about, is your lifestyle goal going to be related to travelling interstate if you want to have opportunity interstate?
Yep.
That'd be something we're thinking about.
So a lot of job growth, guys, can be found in New South Wales, Victoria for this occupation. All right, so you've just entered in some information about the employment prospects. You told us if you're going to be able to get a job and how you'll know that from the stats. Now, lifestyle goals. I want you to give me 2 reasons, Vinny, as to is this career potentially going to be a match for you?
Well, what really did match for me, because I said I'm interested in pretty stable 9-to-5 employment. So this career looks pretty good for that. But one thing that did make me notice, Henry, was it said it was indoors, office-based. And one of the reasons that I became a teacher was the opportunity to do a few different things in your workday. So I'd have to strongly consider whether that career matched me.
So definitely one of the things that you would want to consider, guys, is the work environment, okay, what it's going to be like. So the demands here is that one of the things there that Vinny would be doing is repeating the same task, which as a teacher, every week's probably different. Students are different, it's going to be, aligned to what you're after. So although, ideal job environment for the driver aligns with being an accountant or financial planner, sure, it's ticking those boxes, guys, but you really need to consider, is it the right thing for you? Potentially, Vinny might go off and do this and absolutely love it. He might also get very bored very quickly, all right? So, guys, in your task 2, tell us why not you think this is going to align with your lifestyle goals of what you're looking for. Right, so last one's here, guys. You've got to explain one benefit of why. So would you be likely to change your lifestyle goals to fit a future career? So what do we mean by that, Vinny? What would you have to sacrifice?
Well, I might have to give up something that I'm interested in, like travelling, to work this career, and I'd consider doing that.
Yep. Okay. So if you're a flight attendant, you could be travelling, but you're going to be sacrificing a lot of routine. Whereas this job as an accountant or as a teacher, you're going to be in the same place for a week, day in, day out. So explain one benefit of why you might want to give something up and sacrifice that. The other thing is, would you actually rather change your future career to fit the lifestyle goal that you're looking at? So I know gym owners, the gym that I go to, they actually quit their jobs and created a gym. So their future, they both had careers getting going, but they wanted the lifestyle to be their own business owner. And, they've got kids, they can work in the morning, drop the kids off, employ other people, living that lifestyle goal. It meets that. So what's one benefit of doing this? All right, put your answers in there, guys, for these 2 questions. Well done, guys. You've gone through step 1. You've thought about your lifestyle goals and you've had a bit of a look at your My Uni SA career match results. You've looked at maybe a particular career, and we're going to now do the career investigation. All right. So to help us do that, we're going back to the Outlook site, and we're going to use Vinny's example of if he embarks on the journey of becoming an accountant, what he'd need to do. So, Vinny, why did we choose this career? Is there some things?
We went for the pay.
Okay, the pay, yeah, we looked at that. That was pretty good.
We went for the fact that it's inside in an office environment, which is a plus. And
Yep.
we went for the sort of prospects, the employment prospects looked pretty good, the career stability.
Yep. All right. So you said you're willing to trade off a few things about working inside the same place. But sure, you're going for the pay, career stability, and working inside. No dramas. All right. Now, guys, why did you choose this career? All right. Guys, we would like to know 3 to 5 specific duties involved in this career. So where can you find this information? Well, Vinny, we can go to
The overview.
the overview, okay, and tasks, all right? It tells us what you would be doing. So what are 3 to 5 tasks that we can expect that you'll be doing as an accountant?
Well, we'll be probably cutting and pasting some of these. We'll be assisting in formulating budgets and accounting policies. We'll be preparing financial statements. We'll be conducting some financial investigations. We'll be examining the kind of costs that businesses have. And that's a pretty good list.
Cool. All right. Well, guys, tell us a few tasks that are going to be happening with your career that you're investigating at the moment. Right, so it's all very well to be learning about the pay and the things that we're going to be doing, but how do we actually get there? What pathway would you need to do? Because you probably can't become an accountant with a teaching degree that you've got. So what pathways would you need to embark on? Let's guide me through it. Where should the students be looking?
Well, we should have a look at the Pathways tab, and it's got a lot of handy information there. We want to look at the first sentence first. Looks like you need a formal qualification to be an accountant. We're thinking diploma or bachelor, which means university probably.
Yep. So if you're in SA, it looks like you can study at Kaplan, Uni SA, Torrens, and Uni Adelaide, completing at least, bare minimum, a graduate certificate in business or accounting. All right, and it looks like you do need to do a little bit more training after with one of the peak bodies. It says you must also be registered with one of Australia's 3 peak accounting bodies, which is the CPA, the IPA, and then the CA, Chartered Accountants, as well. So guys, tell us what formal qualifications or what pathways, because some of the pathways you're looking at, guys, you might not need a uni pathway. It might be a TAFE, it could be an apprenticeship as well, all right? And that'll be listed down here. Right, guys, so next up is personal skills. So you need to list 3 to 5 personal skills. So we're talking about communication, etc., etc. So let's have a look where we might find that information. Vinny, where should we be looking?
We'll go over to skills and knowledge.
All right, sounds good.
And we'll try and look at
Skills.
skills here.
All right.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what skills? I'll click on there. And skills. Skills can be improved through training or experience. What are we going to be needing?
I'd like to look at critical thinking.
All
I'd
right.
like to look at maths, and I'd like to look at reading comprehension.
All right.
So I'd grab all those and put them in my document.
All right. Cut and paste them. Show all skills. There might be a few others as well. Cool. Writing, active learning, monitoring. All right. Chuck it across, guys. What skills do you need?
Comprehension.
All right. So highlight the ones you think you already have in abundance. All right. We'd better put that in. So guys, you will have cut and paste across some skills. Now, Vinny, let's go through. I want you to talk me through 3 that you think you already have that are up here already.
Great. So critical thinking is one that I think I've got already.
All right. Critical thinking.
Yep. Now, some strategies that I've done to develop those. Well, firstly, I'm a teacher. So critical thinking is a part of my everyday, trying to think about different ways that I solve problems.
Okay.
Another thing that I like to do is a lot of reading about how other people solve issues in their lives, see if I can take anything out of that and put it in my own life as well.
Okay, so what about, say, the maths? I know you're not a maths teacher, but I reckon you're going to be using maths. It does say maths skill. maybe you've got some math skills already, but what are some things as a year 12 or 11 or year 10, what could we be doing on our SACE pathway to build our math skills? Because that's what this does say, is come up with these 5 strategies to build on these personal skills.
Well, with my maths, the first thing I'd be looking at is what topics have I studied in maths recently, and how much work have I completed towards doing those? Have I passed those? And trying to put that into practice.
Okay.
Another thing I'd be looking at is where am I using maths in my everyday life? For example, in my finances or in things like that, how I can apply that stuff into building up my math skills.
Okay, cool. I reckon there's also some other things you can do, which we'll touch on the other assignments. But one strategy could be, you could, with us at Open Access in year 11, you could do accounting actually, and that will build on some of these things or the content or knowledge that we're going over. So there is actually a SACE year 11 accounting subject that would give you the knowledge and also the skills there through training and your experiences. So your SACE pathway, we're thinking about math, science, etc., the blend of subjects you have in year 11 and 12 can help you with your training and experience, and ultimately the skills. All right, so guys, tell us some strategies. What potentially subjects are you going to do, or other things that you might add in there? All right. All right, cool guys. Hopefully we've just done step 2 there. So we're learning a bit about our career, done some investigation, and hopefully know a little bit more about it. Step 3, guys, we want you to reflect and link a capability to the career you just looked at. Vinny's going to do that for the accountant, and you need to look at the 7 capabilities, the 7 SACE capabilities. And these are real capabilities, 7 capabilities that are there. So we've got literacy, numeracy, information communication technology, critical and creative thinking, personal and social, ethical understanding, and intercultural understanding. Now, to be fair, you're probably going to be using all of them at some point throughout your career, throughout your working day, but there's definitely some that you need to have. Vinny, what ones do you think are most important? I'm going to go to the SACE website where we can explore the capabilities. So there they are, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Literacy.
Yeah, we'd use it, but we'll move on as well, see a few more.
Numeracy,
We'll definitely be
numbers,
using it.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think we should work with information and communication technology. So this kind of thing, this capability here is about what technologies you're using in the workplace, software, computers, phone communication, even coming down into the way you interact with other people as well, and the communication side of it is going to be really important in accounting and any modern office.
Absolutely. I know that there's a lot of online cloud technologies, all right? So even the technology you're using now, hello guys, we're online. Accountants do that as well. So emerging technologies, understanding the impact on society and the workplace, big one there as well. Some other ones you might want to think about, guys, critical creative thinking. A lot of jobs day in, day out, you're going to be doing that as well. So we're talking about the skills where you're identifying or analysing complex topics and questions. Personal social, how we interact, whether you're with other employees or potential clients. You're definitely going to be doing that as an accountant. Ethical understanding, I suppose you need to know that there's going to be maybe a situation that it's right or wrong, and you need to go through with that ethical understanding. Intercultural understanding, people from different backgrounds as well, understanding that. You can unpack that there, guys. All right. So we're asking you to just pick one capability that you think is really, really important, or the work experience. Oh, no, we're not doing work experience. All right. So discuss why you think this is important. Pick a capability, guys. So Vinny, we've picked ICT. That's our one capability we're focusing in on. Could have been any of the 7, but you've just decided ICT, no dramas. So I want you to discuss, to what extent do you have this capability? Is it to a high level? Do you not have it at all? Probably have it because you're teaching at an online school. You check your emails when I send them, which is good. And give an example of how you've shown this capability and then how you can develop this further as well. Because maybe there's some things as an accountant that you're not going to encounter as a teacher.
Yep.
Right? So what resources would you require, and then who could potentially support you with the ICT? So I'm talking perspective of you're going out working as an accountant with ICT there.
Yep.
So what are your thoughts?
Well, I'd say firstly that I have this capability to a pretty high level. I use it in my job all the time already. So as an example, a specific example, I use Google Classrooms every day to manage the work that I put out for students and give them feedback on what they're doing and plan out what my group is doing for the rest of the year.
Okay, so if there's a year 10 or 11 sitting there doing PLP and they're using ICT, they're emailing you, they're using Google Classroom as well, so they could actually use that as an example in their response as well. So how could you develop this further? So what, industry specific as well?
Well, one thing that I know accountants use is a lot of financial software that I wouldn't be aware of. Things like Excel, Microsoft Excel, that I know already, but I don't have a lot of experience with it. So what I need to do is seek out someone who could teach me that, or potentially even seek out a short course at TAFE to see if I can upskill, train myself in doing that.
Okay, cool. Good suggestion. All right, so guys, talk to us about the capability that you're looking at. Pick one of the 7, and then pretty much similar answer to what Vinny has done. Go through, tell us, do you have it? Do you need to develop it? Why? All right, so we've heard a bit of a story from Vinny about ICT. So Vinny, let's reflect on how the development of this capability, we're not talking about how you're actually going to develop it, but once it's developed, why is this important for our career, especially as an accountant? ICT, why?
Well, the more skills in ICT programs, potentially even programming, managing data, all of that sort of stuff is going to give me the edge on someone who doesn't have that. And if I'm seeking employment in that career, that's really going to give me a step up the ladder. Another thing is I'm going to have a lot more confidence in my work, and I can be the person in the office who's able to problem solve all those different things and be in high demand.
Cool. All right. Well, guys, reflect on how the development of one of those 7 capabilities, if you're developing your literacy, the way that you're communicating, your numeracy, your ICT, whichever one you pick, guys, do a bit of reflection on it. All right. All right, so last thing, guys, we want to put in there is a conclusion, all right, where you're going to summarize your feelings. Okay, yes, your feelings, how you feel about this career now. So, Vinny, how are you feeling about it? Is it an accountant appealing?
I'm feeling pretty positive, actually.
You're feeling pretty positive? Okay, cool. And how your research has informed your direction for future work and studies. So, I'm thinking if you were back in the position of PLP year 10, year 11, what would you now be thinking about with your studies?
I'd be thinking, first and foremost, what option could I do later on as a school leaver?
Okay.
And what do I need to do next year and the year after to get there?
So we're talking about the university qualification or the TAFE qualification we just discovered that you need to do.
Yep.
And then we're talking about the SACE pathway that we're going to eventually plan just now in this course.
Yep.
With year 11 and year 12 subjects.
Yep.
Okay. So I guess that's what we'll look at in task 3. So well done, guys. You've listened through, gotten up to task 2. So if you can go through, make sure you have put in a response and investigated a career, you've linked in a capability. That is pretty much it. All right. Well done, guys.